What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Triple H accused of racism, bad news for Cody Rhodes, was Chad Gable shot in the head, or the real reason MJF re-signed with AEW, a major title match cancelled, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out any videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story looks at Triple H accused of racism. Our top story today takes a look at a concerning Instagram comment from WWE star MVP. MVP is always vocal when it comes to his WWE status, and the former US champion revealed on his Instagram this week that Triple H had the power to reunite the Hurt Business, but ultimately decided not to. The Hurt Business were one of the most popular stables of the past decade, and seeing them back on screen would have been welcomed by everyone. In an exchange in the comments over Instagram, MVP discussed Triple H, and MVP made a shocking revelation. A fan commented to say, "The Triple H era is emasculating black men. I'm really hating it." MVP would reply by saying, "You see it?" It goes without saying that this is a terrible look for Triple H and WWE. MVP remains under contract with WWE, and he hasn't been used on TV for some time. It'll be interesting to see if Triple H and WWE publicly respond to MVP's comment, or whether the issue will be handled behind closed doors. If any more news surfaces relating to this significant story, as always, we'll keep you guys posted. Next up, bad news for Cody Rhodes. A Cody Rhodes headlined last night's WWE live event in Bloomington. Rhodes defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, and after his victory, Rhodes cut a promo to the live crowd, and the WWE champion revealed that he's broken 2 of his ribs. A little scoop for you, Bloomington. Last night I did break 2 of my ribs, and the thought backstage was, well, you can take off Bloomington, you can take off Kalamazoo, you can even take off next Friday, where the story began in 1978, New York City. And my answer to that was emphatically 100% hell no. It's unclear if this is a kayfabe injury, and it's possible that Rhodes is selling the vicious beatdown from the debuting Jacob Fatu. It was reported this past week that the creative plans for the WWE champion include a SummerSlam showdown with Solo Sikoa. In relation to the Money in the Bank in just under 2 weeks, it's possible that Rhodes doesn't defend on the PLE card. Based on his current storyline on TV, it would make sense for Rhodes to team with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton to take on the 3 members of the Bloodline. This would be a fantastic debut match for Jacob Fatu and help plant the seeds for Rhodes vs Sikoa at SummerSlam. The idea of Rhodes vs Sikoa at SummerSlam hasn't exactly been met with positive reviews from fans. Fans have been questioning if Sikoa is really ready, so the WWE have a tough task in convincing fans that Rhodes vs Sikoa is a big enough match for one of their biggest PLEs of the calendar year. Would you guys like to see Sikoa vs Rhodes? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up was Chad Gable shot in the head. And what on earth is going on with Chad Gable? Gable was the main star attacked by the Wyatt 6 on Raw this week, and due to his serious condition, he was pulled from a scheduled Money in the Bank qualifier. Based on Gable's wound, it looked like Gable had been shot in the side of the head, and fans were even sharing a "Rest in Peace Gable" memes across the social media platforms. In a weird move, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce took to X during SmackDown this week and announced that Gable has been mysteriously cleared to wrestle. It's worth noting that Pearce's X account has been hacked for most of the week, and his latest tweet was no exception, as it also had bizarre interference. Pearce then once again took to X yesterday to address the claims that Gable was shot in the head. Gable being medically cleared after last Monday is a testament to his tenacity and fortitude, despite the many dopes illogically saying he was shot in the head. #dumb. Our fans are theorizing that Pearce has been possessed by a member of the Wyatt 6, and this is how the faction are going to infiltrate Raw in the coming weeks. Next up, the real reason MJF re-signed with AEW. Now, although there were rumors that MJF would potentially sign with WWE, the former AEW World Champion eventually decided to re-sign with AEW and return to the company. In relation as to why he made this bold decision, we now know thanks to a recent interview with Fox 5. Look, it was a very easy decision for me, mainly because Tony is paying me an exorbitant amount of money, but outside of that, I also believe in AEW. I believe that that's where the best wrestle. I believe that's where we have some of the most top-tier elite talent you see in the world today. This is a great answer as it blurs the lines between kayfabe and reality. MJF is without question one of AEW's biggest stars, and it would have been a major blow if MJF decided to leave the company and sign with their competitor. Whilst MJF isn't heading to the WWE in the immediate future, there is still the possibility that he has a run in the promotion during the swan song portion of his career. MJF has a genuine friendship with the face of WWE, Cody Rhodes, so this will likely positively influence MJF debuting for WWE down the line. Next up, WWE going all out for SmackDown. This week's SmackDown received widespread acclaim. The show featured numerous iconic moments and even featured the highly anticipated debut of Jacob Fatu. Fightful Select is reporting that several WWE higher-ups consider the show one of the biggest SmackDowns since this year's WrestleMania 40, and it's easy to see why. Both SmackDown and Raw this week hit a home run, and WWE appeared to be booking the two main shows as if it was WrestleMania season. In relation to this week's SmackDown, a report from Fightful Select offers insight into how carefully planned the celebrated shot between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre ended up being. According to the report, the shot in question was rehearsed and extensively planned on Friday, as WWE wanted to get it just right. WWE's new production style continues to impress, and the aforementioned shot was one of the highlights, as it was an incredible and newsworthy addition of the Blue brand. Next up, have WWE cancelled a major title match? It's possible that WWE have temporarily cancelled a major title match. On SmackDown, the top feud in the tag division has been between A-Town Down Under and DIY. No date has been set for their eventual title match, and that doesn't look to change anytime soon. According to Fightful Select, as of this week, there was no firm date set for the DIY versus A-Town Down Under match. A contributing factor to this is likely Austin Theory's injury. Theory woke up on Friday with serious swelling on his face and he was unable to be on the show. It's believed that this swelling was caused by dental surgery. WWE have been planting the seeds for Theory to turn babyface, and hopefully Theory's status doesn't hinder any of these creative plans, as fans are crying out for Theory to have a run as a good guy. Next up, WWE name adopting legendary gimmick. Carmelo Hayes managed to pin WWE legend Randy Orton this week on SmackDown. Following his career-defining win, Hayes cut a promo on SmackDown Lowdown, and Hayes hinted at adopting Orton's prior legend killer persona. Yeah, I did pin Randy Orton, but come on Kayla, what did you expect? I'm him. He is a 14-time champion, a legend killer. Maybe I should start calling myself a legend killer. Hayes adopting this gimmick would be great for a modern audience, as WWE have numerous legends under contract, and this could be a great way for Hayes to connect to fans who may not be overly familiar with his NXT work. And finally, a shocking name reveals he's grateful to Vince McMahon. Our final story today takes a look at a surprising revelation from WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg. In recent years, Goldberg has been extremely negative when it comes to his final WWE run, and this isn't anything new for Goldberg, as he has an unusual relationship with the company, as he's always seemed to have issues with how the company operates, but he's always willing to return for another match. One of the key features of his latest WWE run was the inclusion of his son Gage. Goldberg's son was involved in an angle with Bobby Lashley, and Lashley even put Gage in a hurt lock. Speaking on Busted Open Radio, the wrestling legend discussed Gage being involved in his final WWE storylines, and in a shocking revelation, Goldberg revealed that he's grateful to former WWE chairman Vince McMahon. I never wanted to have it as a storyline until I retired for 15 years, and I wasn't 300 pounds anymore, and I'd come back with some type of a crutch, some type of bullseye that I hadn't had before they overcompensate for something else. So as a father, it was awesome. It was unbelievable. It was like having a kid out after you won the Super Bowl, hoisting your trophy with you. To have your family be part of it in such a special time, it's something I will forever be grateful to Vince McMahon for. The former world champion has stated this week he would be interested in having one final match. And Goldberg has outright stated that this match doesn't have to be in WWE or AEW, and he's willing to wrestle internationally for a promotion. Goldberg last wrestled back in 2022 when he was booked to lose to Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber PLE. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.